Hello guys, and welcome to another Photoshop lesson. So this lesson we're going to learn how to create this perfectly smooth 3D line, and already during the next lesson we will create finally this project, because this project requires a separate lesson since we have actually a lot to do here in order to create this whole project. But we will learn how to do this 3D line right now. So last time we learned mixer brush tool, and we will use it this time as well. So let's just go here, press right and choose mixer brush tool. And first of all, we need to decide what kind of 3D line we're going to have. And by that I mean what shape it's going to be, because it doesn't have to be circle, it can be like a square, it can be triangle or anything else. And what colors it will be, because here we have, for example, red and yellow colors, but you can make any other color. And let's close this. Let's now go to press right and go to ellipse tool, hold shift in order to make sure we create a perfect ellipse, perfect circle I mean. Let's go to fill, select gradient, and let's just select one of the gradients that we have here, or you can create your own gradient. Just press twice on the color you want to edit and select other color. Yeah, like this. And make sure we don't have any borders, so we go to stroke and we press here, so the stroke is gone. Perfect. Now let's go to layers. Let's create a new layer. So let's now press right here and select our mixer brush tool. Okay, there are a few things we need to check before we start drawing. First of all, let's go here to our brush settings. Make sure you select this round brush and make sure spacing is at 1. Also make sure wet is 0, load is 100, flow 100, this is 0 as well. And also make sure both of them are checked, these things here. Press here on this arrow, make sure load select colors only is not checked, because usually it's like this, but we need it not to be checked, so let's press here again. Let's close this and let's make our brush a little bit smaller. So we go here and decrease the size a little bit, like this, should be perfect. Let's hold Alt now if you're using Windows. If you're using Mac, just hold Option and press. And now you should see here this gradient appear, round one. I had it here already previously, that's why it didn't really change. But for you, if you had, most of you like had here, for example, just a black color like this, and when you hold Alt or Option, you press and these things appear here. Perfect. So if you start drawing right now, you can see this 3D line appear, but it doesn't look as smooth as I have it here. And in order to make it look smooth, we actually need to use our pen tool. So let's just delete this one and create a new layer. Also turn off ellipse, we don't need it. So go now here, press right and choose here curvature pen tool. So if you're running older versions of Photoshop, most of you will not have curvature pen tool, because this is available only for newer versions, I think like this year and last year. But if you're running a really previous version of Photoshop, you may not have it, and that's why you can use just normal pen tool. So let's choose curvature pen tool and let's start drawing. So how do we do that? For example, I already showed you how to use pen tool, and so let's just keep pressing, press, and if you continue pressing, as you can see, we have here this really curvature lines appear. Now let's have something like this. Perfect. Now when we have this here, let's go to path, and here we have this path that we created. If you don't have it here, you can go to window and find path here, and it looks like this. So this is its icon. You should press twice here and you can name this one. For example, let's just call it test, press OK. What we should do now is go back to layers, make sure you have a new layer selected and it's empty. Go to your path, press right here, and now select stroke path. And here you have to choose mixer brush tool, because here you can choose a lot of different brushes. For example, I choose mixer brush tool and I press OK. And when I do that, you can see that this kind of amazing 3D line is already appearing here, and this is exactly what we need. So now just go to path and press here on the empty place somewhere, so our blue line is gone. And this is exactly what we needed to do. Now we have here this 3D line. So this is exactly how I created my 3D line. If you want to change its colors, for example, what you can do, you can go here and choose hue saturation and start changing the colors like this. As you can see, the problem is that the colors are not really different, it's almost the same color. This is because on our ellipse we had almost the same color. So what do I mean by that? Let's go to here and let's delete this one. Let's delete this layer. Let's create a new layer. So we have our path still here, so we can use it again later. But now what we actually need to do, we should select our ellipse and turn it on. As you can see here, the colors are pretty similar. I mean, of course they are not the same, but you know, it's just a different shade. That's why our 3D line is not that much different. So what we actually need to do, we need to select our ellipse, and here we have the gradients again. We can press here, and let's just select now colors that are really different. And by that I mean, for example, blue one, and let's select here something like really different, something bright green. Yeah, exactly. So now our colors are, there's a big contrast between them. That's good. Now let's go to our mixer brush tool, select the new layer, press Alt or Option, press here. Now you have here a different brush. So if I start drawing, now it's green and pink. Perfect. Let's turn off our ellipse, go back to path, select it, press right, and press here stroke path. And now let's choose here mixer brush tool and press OK. And now you can see this 3D line appear, and let's just press somewhere here so we don't need this to be selected. And as you can see, now it looks much better because our colors are really different, so there is a big contrast between them. And we go back to layers. If you want to change the colors, there are actually a few things we can do. So first of all, we can go here and press hue saturation, and now we can change the color. As you can see, that's really amazing. For example, we can do something like this. And if you want it to be 4 different colors, what you can do, you can go back to your layers, make sure you have this mask selected here. Now we can go to gradient, press right and choose gradient tool. Make sure here you have black and white gradient selected, this one. Make sure you have this selected here, and everything else is normal. So what you can actually do now, you can draw like this, a gradient. And what we do actually have now, you can see here that we have this black and white gradient on mask. That actually means that half of the shape is original colors, so half of the shape is this colors, and another half of the shape is the hue saturation colors that we choose. So now we can have a lot of different colors. If you didn't get what I did just right now, just do it a few times over and over and you will get it, because this may be a little bit difficult for you right now. And also remember that this is not a smart object, this is just a normal object. So if we take our normal brush, and we can still draw it, and it's going to be on the same layer. And in order to make sure this doesn't happen, let's go back, press right here, and make sure you do it convert to smart object like this. As you can see, we can't draw here anymore. So like this, we make sure this is kept on the separate layer, because this is very important for our future projects. And also, yeah, I would say that's it for now. The rest I'm going to explain during the next lesson, where we will create this amazing project. I hope you like this tutorial, guys, and if you have any questions, just message me. I will be really happy to help you, because my goal is to make sure that you become a Photoshop pro and start creating cool stuff. And if you're not subscribed to my Instagram, Fred's Gallery, please go and subscribe, because I post there a lot of interesting posts and different interesting stories and useful materials for artists, and also different videos that I'm sure you will like. So see you guys during the next lesson. Bye.